Hello there, welcome back. This is Jessica Campos from marketingforgreatness.com, the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer. And now I help entrepreneurs and marketers to build brands and monetize them. Welcome! In this episode, I want to reveal something that is very fresh out of the oven. It's a new product that Google announced in India. However, marketers need to pay attention to this, especially if you are working with new brands and you want to gain visibility. This is a great opportunity for you. So stay until the end and remember, sprinkle some love and subscribe and share because that's a way that you can support our team greatness. As always, before we dive in, please allow me to shout out. This episode is going to have a shout out to Vicky Perez Consulting. She is in Aruba and she's a hospitality queen. You guys check it out, check her mission and support her. Now let's dive in. I actually have to say that I am so happy to see when things happen and to see that I have predicted something. This is one of those things. I told you guys that when I wrote this book, I saw the need to have a big picture plan for visibility and instead of looking at channels individually. And what I mean with this is that our reputation, whether we like it or not, will be judged. People Google you. And guess what? Google is making things very much open and they are creating something that is called the virtual Google card. Now, let me just say that this is not the first virtual card that you can get. Many companies have done it, and there is a way that you currently can have a virtual business card. However, what Google is announcing impacts so much into the search engine marketing world because your virtual business card is going to be indexed, it's going to be searchable, and it will give you rankings. And as you know, guys, this is like the cherry on top because you want to get the visibility on the spots that will give you the access to people with that user intent. The way I take a look at these new tools, strategically speaking, is for brand reputation. Think about this. When you meet somebody and you're even discussing a proposal or that person is intrigued in what you do, they're going to look you up. And now Google is going to give you the chance to put your brand in a place where you can display everything. And that is what your business card is going to have. Well, we can do in the meantime, while this feature is not available in the US, which by the way, I read that you can get access to it using a private VPN, but don't quote me on that. That doesn't mean that we cannot get ready so that when the tool comes ready, you have your listings available, especially if you work in a marketing department and you have many people's business cards that you need to update. So what information Google is going to require? Let's just discuss that. So Google is going to be creating a people card. Interesting. So what it's going to have is your image. So of course you want to pick the best image. And I would say pick an image that will be across all the platforms because you want to have consistency in your brand. Then the description of yourself. We have seen how platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, even Instagram, they have a little blurb. So now what Google wants is to have everything in one place. So think about what you have in all of the channels and come up with one headline that best describes yourself. I can see a lot of opportunities here, especially if you want to promote yourself with a specific product or service. You can use that main headline that Google will feature about yourself to stand out, and you will stand out from the crowd. The next thing that your business card is going to have is going to be your social media profiles. Yes, that idea of you hiding and having this identity between you, business, and you, personal, in my opinion, and I said this since I wrote my very first book in English that was called The 6 Golden Rules of Social Media. I have said this for a long time. People buy you, and that idea of having different identities for business and personal, I don't think we I don't think it's necessary. And I believe that if you treat your personal channels as professionally as possible, you shouldn't have any hesitation in sharing those. But now that Google is going to link your profiles, you better clean up the image. One thing that I would recommend is to do a search on your name and see what comes out. And if there's something that we need to clear out, that now is the time. Now, the rest of the information, the phone and the email is pretty much simple, but then there's another part where Google says that they are going to allow Google Notes. I can see a lot of opportunities. In fact, maybe this can be a play where it's very similar to a Google My Business listing, but for personal brands. And these will allow the solopreneurs, freelancers, the professionals who are mostly sometimes in commission, that they are building those connections based on their personal reputation to have a place that is searchable and they can gain rankings. So if you have not done SEO, now you would not have any excuse, because sometimes what I hear from people is that, well, I just do, relationship marketing. I don't need SEO. Oh, I do word of mouth marketing. I don't need SEO. Well, now let me tell you something. No more excuses. You need SEO, because the way that your success is going to be perceived is by the visibility that Google has from you. Now, if you will have a platform that will give you visibility for free, why would you not take it? So this is one of those things that if you don't have it, you're going to look suspicious. So start thinking about it. And while you're here, since we're talking about brand and reputation, if you want a recap of how to build your personal brand, how to really embrace the power of social selling, my book is highly recommended. It actually is available in Amazon wherever you are, in different countries. We have been sending that over different countries, and it's your social visibility blueprint. It is right here. And if you read it, please come back and let me know what was your favorite aha moment, and I would love to connect more with you. Bye for now.